We have two parts. We are sitting now in the part recent pieces, and in the other half of the gallery we have works from the last approximately 30 years. There is a continuity, you can see the connection, and of course over this period of time the technical possibilities changed. I started '84 to work with computers. This was the year when the Macintosh was introduced, and it was the first machine that you could handle by intuition. It was not necessary to have any kind of knowledge of program languages. So you had the simple graphic programs. And at that time, this was a kind of paradigmatic shift. It was clear that this is going to change the whole way to produce images and to communicate images without knowing what it's leading to, of course. But it was clear it's going to be a big change. And so that's connecting the two parts of the show, that everything is based on digital information. It's like a visual language. You have certain elements that are present since a long period of time. The motifs they have a kind of universal character. That means you don't need a lot of additional information to read them or to find a kind of interpretation. Motifs like the brain, the globe, the ant. So I guess the ant it has to do with my childhood, with probably anybody's childhood, because we are watching the small organisms. Tubes is probably a constant and central motif of the 20th century, of the classical modern, on one hand, to kind of cover the art part, and on the other side it's a motif that is associated with communication, transportation, networks, systems. The brain, without brain we wouldn't communicate, of course. The globe is a very universal thing. It's simple elements everybody understands, and they are kind of basic. It's a very simple vocabulary. What all these motifs seem to have also in common is that they are somehow linked to the aspect of information or communication. I don't know if it's a mirror, but of course it's part of the work. No matter what medium you're using, the medium has always consequences on the work you're doing, and is somehow present and visual. The computer was an invention without a specific use at the beginning, and then it turned out it's useful in any kind of field, no matter if it's the production in factories, no matter if we communicate through smartphones, no matter the very beginning weaving fabric. It's in any part of our life, and if you work with that tool, the things you are doing are somehow connected to all that fields. And of course I always observe what are the available technologies. And of course in the last 40 years it shifted a lot. At the very beginning there was no digital printing device. So the early pieces in the other part of the show, they are all 6 screens, because at this time 6 screen was the only possibility to do a larger format based on that kind of dots that resulting out of the digital media. Now you can cut metal, or you print fabric, or you can have 3D animations. Now you have this whole range of possibilities. Of course that's also somehow reflecting the tools we have.